This coming November, my wife and I will celebrate 20 years of marriage. I got married when I was 11. So. And there certainly has been a lot of ups and downs in 20 years. And what I want to talk to you a little bit about tonight is 10 years ago, when we were definitely in the down part of our marriage. 10 years ago, we were on what I would call the crazy cycle. Anybody familiar with the crazy cycle?
Not yet.
Not yet? Okay, good. The crazy cycle for us was Jim has this list of tasks. Take out the trash, do the dishes, do this, do that. And a lot of what I did was I tried to avoid it, tried to put it off, tried to get out of doing those things. And it got me in a lot of trouble. And, you know, for the most part, I wanted to do them, but I just wanted to do them on my time. And that was the big rub we had with each other. And it led to a lot of arguments, and it was just this crazy cycle. I was supposed to do something, I didn't do something, now I'm in trouble, now I'm backpedaling, now I'm trying to make up for it, and it was just this crazy cycle. And I'm making light of it, but this was 10 years into our relationship, and it had been going on all 10 years. My wife was very, very good at expressing, and she still is to this day, at expressing what she wants in our relationship. Me, not so much. I more or less was trying to do what I needed to do to make her happy. And I seemed to be screwing up a lot. And honestly, that part of our relationship at that 10-year period, if I were to put it into words, I felt empty. Because I also wasn't getting what I wanted. I wanted to help her get what she wanted, but I was not getting what I wanted. We were headed for divorce. We were actually going to a counselor. The counselor recommended this book, The 5 Love Languages, by Gary Chapman. The subtitle is The Secret to Love That Lasts. This is the only book in my entire life that I've ever read cover to cover. I was scared, to be honest with you. I was scared. I didn't want to be a divorced person, and I didn't want to live the way we were living. It blew my mind away. I read this book cover to cover. I'm going through it, and I'm seriously like looking around. Do people know that the secret to a woman's mind is in this book? I'm dead serious. That is what I thought. Holy cow. I'm reading, I'm like, you know? So I want you to get a sense for the impact that the simple concepts that are in this book can have on a relationship. Gary Chapman, the guy who wrote this book, has been a counselor for couples for over 30 years. And he noticed several things that just kept coming up over and over and over again in his counseling sessions. So the book really has 2 premises. One is that everybody has an emotional love tank. A love tank is just an analogy to express, well, do I feel happy or do I feel sad? Am I full of love? Am I disappointed? Am I satisfied or am I unhappy? The second part of the premise is that everybody expresses love in generally 5 ways. They kind of fall into 5 categories. Now this is someone who saw a lot of people walk in and out of his office, so I read on. So the 5 love languages. But think of it rather than languages, but this is love in action. Love is an action word, okay? So we express love and we receive love. That's an action. The 5 languages are: 1, acts of service. Someone wants you to take out the garbage. They want you to bring them lunch once in a while. They may ask you to put the dishes away. Words of affirmation. Compliments. Positive feedback. People thrive on what other people say. The third one is gifts. giving a gift. Now, it could be a big gift like a diamond or a car, but a lot of times people really like small things. A little note, maybe a new mug for their coffee. Physical touch. Kids love to be touched. Most guys like physical touch. And it's everything from holding hands to intercourse. That's physical touch. And then there's quality time. Uninterrupted, face-to-face communication. Human interaction. What do you think my wife's primary love language is? Acts of service. That one was pretty obvious, right? She was great at expressing it, letting me know when I failed, let me know when she was okay at letting me know when I succeeded. But my biggest aha moment reading this book actually had nothing to do with my wife. It had to do with learning my own love language. My way of expressing love, my way of receiving and giving love. You see, looking back on our relationship at this point, at 10 years, reading this book, I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm just replaying over and over again all the times I wanted to take my wife away. Let's go have some time alone. Let's go to dinner without the kids. Hey, would you just come down and, chat with me over a cup of coffee? That was, for me, what love was. And every time I asked her, I'm thinking, oh, well, she'll like that too. But it's literally like, I'm speaking Greek, and she's speaking French. And we didn't understand that that's my love language. She was really good at expressing what hers was. See, I had the best intentions, but I was just speaking the wrong language. So my question for you is, have you ever been frustrated in a relationship? Maybe you just didn't understand how to express love to somebody. And having a tool like this might be the key to working out those bumps. What would be the impact for you if you were confident in your relationship that you could speak love to the other person in the relationship? You could do it 100 times out of 100. Would that impact you? Would it maybe take a great relationship to an awesome relationship? Or could it improve one that's struggling? See, this is something I still use today. I did it today, just to make sure. I said, honey, on a scale of 1 to 10, how was your love tank today? And how could I make it a 10? See, it took some time, and it took some practice, but the benefits are lifelong. We're still married. We're very much in love. And I hope you'll check out this book. It's really awesome.